Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How you guys doing today? It's Jeremiah Davis, the funding coach, coming to you again with some tips of how to get your business in a right position to get the funding that you need. Um, I was on a show last night with a friend, another coach, who teaches people how to take their business from six figures to seven figures. And, a couple of things we talked about. Um, One was mindset. Being an entrepreneur, you got to have the right mindset. You got to have the right vision and infrastructure to grow your business. Um, and I don't know if any of you guys know this, but 90% of businesses fail because of a lack of revenue, a lack of cash flow. So I titled this week's um, show, now you have a startup. Now what? You have a startup. Now what? So here's the thing. I know people that have started a business and then within a year or two they close the business. And we all have talents, right? And I'll just use something simple, frying chicken. If you're a good cook and people love your food and you think you can start a business at it, um, you should do that. But you should do it the right way to where you can get the knowledge about how to operate a business that you don't have. And I think that's the main thing, um, why people fail is because they don't have the right information they need to see their business succeed. Whether you're a startup or whether you've been in business for a couple of years, are you growing? Are you growing your customer base? Are you growing your audience? Are you growing your clients? If you got one food truck, do you have a plan to have two or three or four or five food trucks? If you have one tractor trailer, do you have a plan to get two, three, four, five tractor trailers? If you have one location, retail location, do you have a plan to open up more retail locations? And that's what a coach or a mentor can do for you. So not last week, but the week before, that's the last show, I was talking about why you need a funding coach. A funding coach has the resources to help you structure your business for growth, right? Whether you need infrastructure to manage new clients, automate it, or whether you need funding, you know, like an SBA loan or just a traditional business loan. Or there's so many different types of funding options available, but we don't know the qualifications or criteria. So we just start a business, put some money in the bank, go to the bank and ask for a loan, and we get denied. And then we close our doors. And that's, you know, the thing that I guess hard to convey when you're starting a business. It's just not about your product or your service that you're starting. It's about planning for the future, right? So having the right foundation when you start your business, I see a lot of people start LLCs. That's not necessarily the best type of corporation for you to see your business grow. Okay. LLCs are great for real estate investment business types, but most other people should be starting S Corps because they give you true separation from your business and your personal resources, and they give you more tax benefits. You get more tax write-offs as an S corp. So it's simple things like that, and then making sure your business is listed right, your phone numbers are listed right. All the directories so people can easily find you and people can easily um, search your business. There's a lot of little details in the foundation, but all those little details also help you get funding or get business credit or and grow, make you more credible. So putting the foundation together is a key. You know, you can do it if you already started a business. If you missed some of those key elements in the foundation, you can go back and fix that. But if you're starting out, you should start out when you start your business. You should start building your business credit at the same time. You should start your accounting software at the same time. You should track all your information. So you have your corporate docs, your bank account, your tax returns, your bank statements, your P&Ls, and all those things should be started at the same time and structured. So if you want to start a t-shirt business, by all means, start a t-shirt business, but structure all the ancillary other things that go along with it to help you grow. You know, a professional email, not just your name at Gmail. You know, go ahead and buy the domain and buy the email that goes along with that domain, and then set everything accordingly. It's so critical. This when I get people to come to me for funding, and they miss these things and they get denied for funding, and they don't understand why. And here's the craziest thing: the banks haven't changed their rules. The banks haven't changed their rules on lending at all. Only thing that's changed in this world that we live in is how the information is flowing, or the disinformation. Because that's what is another issue: is there's so much misinformation in the public on the internet. People are selling bits and pieces of information, but it's not all the pieces to the puzzle. You need all the pieces to the puzzle to grow your business so it will succeed for the future. And what that does for you, it helps you. If you have $150,000 in business credit your first year in business, and you want to get the second food truck, you have the resources to get the second food truck without using your cash. Okay, you're operating your cash and your operating expense. You want to keep that flowing and positive as much as possible. Okay, but now you don't want to use that to open a second location, right? So you need business credit or you need a loan. All right. Either way, you're not using your resources, you're using somebody else's resources. If that line of credit can get you a second location, a second vehicle, and double your revenue on a monthly basis, and then you repeat, and then you pay that line of credit or that loan off, or that credit card off over, of course, some time, like, 6 months, 12 months, whatever it takes. My point is to be thinking about growth from day one. Be thinking about what are all the things I need. Give me all the resources I need to succeed. Okay, you need to structure your business in the correct way from the beginning. You need to start building business credit immediately. Okay, and just don't do one piece without the other. There's more pieces to the puzzle. All right. I mean, start thinking how you go about your second location, your second truck, or your second whatever it is you want to grow, your retail location, storefront. So okay, what's the plan? Okay, for the first 6 months, I can do this. Then you have projections of what your profit margin is for the first 6 months. Okay, what about the next 6 months? Matter of fact, have projections for the first 5 years if you can. Just I mean, rough estimates, but it gets you in the mindset of thinking that you're going somewhere. And this business credit and this business funding and all these other things are tools to get you to your destination, right? And your destination is independence, right? A better life for your family, freedom, right? True entrepreneur freedom. And then having the right infrastructure. If you got 100 clients in one day, do you have the infrastructure to handle it? Most people don't. Do you have enough food stocked up to get a party that comes in all of a sudden? You know how many times you go to a restaurant and they say, we ran out? Like, how do you run out of something? Didn't you know we was coming? I mean, it's open for business. It's a restaurant. People are going to come there and eat. So you should be prepared for that. So that's things like that is why businesses fail is not having the right pieces in place, not having the right infrastructure, and not and utilizing all the resources available to you. So I got a couple of questions. How do you achieve funding with no PG without a high cash flow? Well, that's the thing. That's that misinformation. Um, there's a lot of people selling funding resources with no PG. Here's what my experience is. I've been in funding for almost 15 years in one shape, form, or fashion. Banks are still going to look for collateral. Okay. So in the personal arena, personal loans, your personal credit and your personal income is your collateral. In business, your business income and your business credit and your personal credit are collateral. Okay. Now, there are ways that you can structure your business credit and get the right mix of trade lines to make yourself more presentable to a lender, but they're going to want to see that you have the resources to pay the money back. And I just use a simple litmus test for myself. Would I loan my money to you? Well, the bank won't either. Okay. I'm not going to give you $200,000 and I don't see your resources to how you're going to pay me back. I'm not going to check your business credit. If I'm not going to check your personal credit, I'm not going to verify your bank statement, your tax terms. Okay, those things, that's what banks do. They're in money to lend money to make money, not to lose money, right? And if you're buying a shelf corp or you're trying to fabricate a business to get funding, I don't even do anything like that, but it's very suspect because um, I don't know any banks that do. Now, I do have lenders that do stated income, but what they're looking at is you got a 700 plus credit score, and they'll say, okay, based on your credit score, we'll give you some money without verifying your income, but they're not going to give you a lot of money. They're not going to give you $100,000. People that I get stated income loans for usually get a third or maybe 25% of what they do for stated income with verifiable income. So that's the big thing right there. Now, once you have your strong business credit profile and you have strong business credit, business credit and personal credit, and then you have good business financials, then you can go to a bank and get a business loan, a traditional business loan with 4.99% interest rates, because what they're looking for is they can trust you. Can I trust this person or this business, right? So they're looking at all those things. Now, I won't report to your credit, your personal credit, but they're going to check it. Okay. I've had multimillionaires come to me for funding because they have multi-million-dollar businesses, but they have poor personal credit, and no traditional lender would touch them. Only the high-risk lenders would, and they charge anywhere from 20 to 30% interest. So there are lenders out there that do work with people in that regard, but it's not what all the smoke and mirrors that people are trying to peddle on the street here. You have to be credible, okay? They're going to check everything out, right? Now, if you got all your ducks in a row, yeah, I can get you $500,000 easy. I can get you $4 million. I've done $4 million, $10 million deals, okay? But they got their ducks together. They got their documents together. They got, or even an SBA loan. SBA loan, you can do all types of different SBA loans out there to get the money, even as for a startup, a new construction. You just got to know the right SBA loan to apply for and what those qualifications and criteria are for that particular type of SBA loan. There are SBA loans that will do a new build, a new construction. You can help you buy the land, help you build the building, and all that stuff. But what do you have to? You have to bring something to the table, and usually it's 10 to 20% of the project cost, and that's where a lot of people fall short. They don't tell you that part. You say, yeah, you can go to the SBA and get money, But the SBA is going to want to see your business plan, your perspectives. They're going to want to know what basically they're going to know uh, how do you plan to make money, when are you going to start making money, and why are you better than the competition? You know, and you got some skin in the game because they're not going to finance your whole deal for you. Nobody is. Okay, you need to come to the table like a professional with your ducks in a row and with your resources. Now, there's many ways to get those resources. You can do personal loans, you can do home equity loans, you can do asset-based lending. There's tons of funding options out there, and that's what I try to do with funding coaches. Take your situation and find the resources to match your situation. And sometimes it is hard money or expensive money initially, but it's a stepping stone to get you in the right position to get the traditional money. So the whole point of this, if you're a startup, what do you do now? Or even if you're established, what do you do now? Start building your business credit, fix your personal credit, okay, and have a plan to grow. And if you don't have the expertise, find somebody that does. Find somebody that has accomplished what you're trying to accomplish, that can teach you how to get there. Okay, that's the most expensive lesson in the world, is the lack of knowledge. All right, what you don't know is going to cost you, so you might as well pay to learn, or you're going to pay to learn the hard way. And I hate to see your business close because you wasn't willing to learn, willing to ask somebody for help to see you succeed. Okay. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the week. If you have not registered for part 2 of the building a business that investors want to say yes to, there will be a link in the comments for that class. I'm going to go ahead and pop that in there right now. This is part 2. Once this is over, part 1 and 2 will be available, the replays. But I'm going through all the funding options, not all of them, but about a dozen of them, as well as the qualifications and requirements and criteria for each of those funding options, as well as the advantages and disadvantages of those funding options. And so, yeah, I'm giving away what do you need to know, how to get personal loans, how to get business loans, how to get equipment funding, how to get funding for fix and flips, how to get business credit, loan stacking, credit card stacking. So in all my classes, I'm giving away that type of information because I want to see y'all succeed. I really do. I want to see my mission, my purpose is to help as many entrepreneurs make it and experience the freedom I have, because that's what in this country, I believe the best thing to true freedom and independence is entrepreneurship. And I believe that's one of the reasons they don't teach it in school, but that's another show. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your comments and questions. And I'll see you in my class, or I'll see you next Friday for another tip from the funding coach on the business source. Thank you guys. Peace.